How we doing, everybody? It's a rainy day today out, so rather than relying on natural light, I've just got the light on in here. I don't really like how it shows up on film, well, video, whatever you want to call it these days. It's not really film anymore, is it? Not that I bemoan the loss of, the little crazy plasticine chemicals and whatnot. That's okay. Instead of, horrible polluting chemicals in the environment used to develop film, we have horrible polluting chemicals in the environment used to make memory cards. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. So go with what works best. But, yeah, I sorted through these two smaller card boxes. Largely on account of the fact that as I sorted through one, I found a lot of stuff from Odyssey and Invasion block, but nothing really worth talking about. And that and just having like two major stacks and nothing else is, I don't know, I guess it just felt kind of disappointing. But oh well. A few things I want to talk about. This lovely illustration of Asian bureaucrats. And it's a 1/1 for a colorless and a white. Tap target creature with power no greater than 2. And the old joke that my older brother once made about this particular illustration, there were two illustrations for Asian bureaucrats, but the joke my older brother made about this particular card is this guy's sitting there going, I caught a fish this big. I ate it. It was delicious. If you laughed at that, it's okay. If you didn't, it's still okay. Anyways, few things people sometimes talk about how old cards are really powerful and whatnot, and some people have made the observation that spells, yeah, creatures, not so much. And to prove that point, I give you Squire, a colorless and a white for a 1/2 white creature with no special abilities. Compare him to the slightly older card, Repentant Blacksmith, originally from Arabian Nights. For the same mana cost, you've got the same power toughness with protection from red. Or if you go forward in time from both of those to Urza's block, we have a lovely little common, Disciple of Law. Same mana cost, same power toughness, protection from red, and cycling! Tell me how powerful this old stuff really is. Come on, guys. We've got some color hosing cards here. Conversion. There was a point in time I tried. It's a 2 colors and double white for an enchantment with an upkeep of double white. And it does one thing only. All planes in play. Brain fart. All mountains in play are planes. It's a fun little color hoser. I used to use it in red and white decks with the Sunglasses of Urza to... It's mana fixing, but I don't think that strategy ever worked out too well. This is Karma, 2 colors, double white. During a player's upkeep, does 1 damage to that player for each swamp they have in play. That's fun stuff. That's been known to kill black players, like, real fast. Karma! Kismet. 3 colors and a white enchantment. Everything comes into play. All of target players' creatures, lands, and artifacts come into play tapped. A cute little thing on the art for Kismet. If you look at it really close, you'll notice that the tiger has human eyes, and the woman has tiger eyes. Every now and again, when people joke about drafting older sets, one of the first things I'll say is Tempest! Because Tempest was a fun set. But, when they try to joke about, oh, let's draft alpha and beta, I'm like, have fun playing with laces. Life Lace, green. Be called an instant if it were reprinted today. It was an interrupt at the time. Target spell or permanent is green. That's it. That's all it does. There was a lace in each color. Thought Lace was blue. Death Lace was black. Life Lace, as you can see right there, green. Pure Lace was white. Chaos Lace was red. Another obscure thing I wanted to talk on was I came across this Chronicles reprint of Nebuchadnezzar. Is somewhere around I have a picture of me standing on the same platform that King Nebuchadnezzar II had his throne upon. That was back when I was in Iraq. It was kind of funky. I got to walk through the ruins of Babylon and whatnot. So yeah, I've walked upon like streets that are older than any religion currently practiced in the world. Ain't that awesome sauce? Also, going through these toolboxes, I found these used as spacers. A Ravnica tournament pack, a Ravnica Celestia United Precon. Both of those are empty. This is empty as well. A German Time Spiral tournament pack. Kid science fun stuff. Yeah, I say that a lot, don't I? I say a lot of things a lot. But yeah, I'm just going to file all this stuff away as per usual. And this is our fun little daily update, which amazingly enough did not have any cat jumping into it. Oh! Speaking of cat jumping in, during yesterday's update, when the cat jumped in, I was talking about 4th edition D&D and how the community's reaction almost drove me away from RPGs as a whole. I'll get back to that issue right now, since I've got time before the battery on this thing runs out. So yeah, 4th edition D&D came out. It's kind of split the community pretty badly. Some people liked it, others didn't, and amongst the people that didn't like it, it frequently seemed to generate a really, really strong response. And they turned into the having fun the wrong way crowd. Basically, if you liked 4th edition and you played 4th edition, the anti-4th edition crowd basically apparently thought you were Hitler. And I swear it was the most mind-boggling thing in the world. And I saw people that on the message boards on Wizards that I used to respect sitting there telling everyone they're having fun the wrong way and being a bunch of whiny jackanapes. And I saw so much of it every single time I looked at the message boards, and it drove me up the wall. I mean, it got to the point where in the general section, no one could even ask a question without someone trying to turn it into an edition war. And it was just, I suppose looking back on it in a way, it's kind of surreal and bizarre. But I don't know, I guess there's no rage like nerd rage. Oh no, they changed it, it's ruined. Yep. And mind you, I mean, honestly, I think 3rd edition is still, from a mechanical perspective, the better game. But from an actual play perspective, I think 4th edition has a lot of good points, and it's still a fun game. But and if someone were to invite me if one of my friends were to invite me into a 3rd edition game, I'd play without any problems at all. I mean, yeah, I'd do it. 3rd edition was still a fun system to game in, especially for a player. But I'd never DM 3rd edition again, because it was just a nightmare to DM, because as time went on, there was a lot of power creep on the player side of things. Oh, new feats, new classes, new spells, etc., etc. And what did monsters get? That very little. And that's one of the things that I really hated in 3rd edition as well. 3rd edition and 3.5, they came out with a new supplement. There's all sorts of new feats in it, all sorts of new spells in it. Nothing in the book about what to do with these if you're the DM. You couldn't have put an appendix in the back that says, hey, here are some suggestions on how to use these new feats and spells with existing monsters. Nope. That was too damn easy to think of. You couldn't just spare 2 pages for the DM. Like, 2 pages for the DM, maybe a day's worth of playtesting. Come on, guys, really? I think that's one of the things that about third edition that did eventually rub on me, especially seeing as I DM most of the time, is that, I mean, a lot of people said, "Oh, well, third edition is very player-centric," and to a certain degree, it was, and I'm not going to blame Wizards for doing that, because players make up the majority of your consumers. I mean, one consumer in 4 or 5 is a DM, right? So, yeah, the players where the money at. But, from a DM perspective, it just got really hard after a while. And especially when you start to realize that some of the mechanics that they tried to use to balance the system didn't work. 4th edition, in my experience so far, has been a lot better on that one. I mean, there's still ways to break the system, but fewer and further between. Oh well. I babbled about D&D long enough. Here's all the sorts of magic cards, blah 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 blah. So, yeah, I'm gonna get this stuff filed away, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye. Oh, what was it? I believe it was Mindy on Animaniacs who would say, "Okay, I love you, bye-bye."